Good afternoon. Daquan Lawrence here for the Center for African Studies at the Howard University, and I am here with Miss.
Hi, my name is Janai Moncrief. I am a junior legal communications major, sports administration minor from Miami, Florida.
Okay, thank you for joining us, Janaya. So here we're talking about the importance of the International Day for People of African Descent, particularly from a Howard viewpoint. So I really just wanted to know, one, what do you think about Howard University?
I actually love Howard. Really, at home, I feel like I was in a bubble because at home, I'm from Miami, so it's a lot of Black and Hispanics. But I feel more because Miami is closer to the Caribbean, and I'm Caribbean descent. It's more Black Caribbeans, if that makes sense. Nobody's actually Black American. So coming here, you see all different types of Black people and just people from different cultures in general and just different practices. So that's really interesting and just a new aspect, I'd say.
So what, may I ask, what do you plan on doing after Howard?
I plan on going to law school, sports administration lawyer, sports entertainment lawyer, hopefully.
Okay, now you will. We're definitely going to speak that into existence. So we actually were just participating in one of your classes, a Zulu class.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about the class?
It's third day of class, but it's actually very interesting. I just picked a class that especially growing up in Miami, I didn't want to take Spanish because I feel like Spanish is just pushed on us as language learning schools in general. So just stepping out my comfort zone. And it's actually very interesting. The English language is so confusing, so every single letter you see, that's how it's said. There's no, how you can say phone with PH, and then something else, I can't even think of it off the top of my head, but there, and there. It's not like that. Every single thing you say, you read it out. There's no silent letters, so that's, I really appreciate that.
That's a very good description. Would you recommend any other Howard students to study Zulu or any other African language?
Actually, yes. Somebody recommended it to me, and as a result of this class, I think after you take the second class, I believe, you're allowed to go to, there's an African trip.
Mm-hmm.
So some people went to Africa this past summer and studied there and learned some things. So I would definitely say, even if you're not, I don't know how to explain it. Even though it wasn't my first choice, I would say, in language, I would say that it's definitely a learning experience and you should definitely try it, and then it can also open you up to more opportunities.
Makes sense. So one final question for you. So being that we're trying to recognize the contributions of people of African descent for this third day of International Day of People of African Descent, what do you think about education as a human right, and particularly Black people? Do you think education is important for Black people, and how
Yes,
does it benefit
being from Florida, Miami is, yes, more diverse because South Florida, but Florida is still Florida as a whole. And just having to hear about just the news of now slavery was beneficial, I think it's very important for people to learn their history and just learn the extent. And even now with social media, you see on TikTok, or particularly some people saying what's something you had to learn by yourself and not through school. It was about slavery, and people in the comments saying, we learned this in the Caribbean, we learned everything, and there was no sugarcoating anything, nothing that we didn't learn. Even when it comes to the story of Thanksgiving, it wasn't all happy, so I feel like it's very important for people to learn the actual cold hard truth.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we really appreciate your contribution.
Thank you guys for having me.